It is working like a champ now. I think whatever physical obstruction was getting in the way of the antenna, since it's up here now, it is sending the signal out. And guys, I'm getting pictures finally, no problem. Also found out that the feeder was jammed from dirty corn, so I can only get clean corn now. You know, it's always an adventure out here at the deer lease. So today, that's right, no clickbait, no nothing. Cottonseed. We're doing the cotton feeder. Super simple setup, guys. All I have to do this one is, I didn't go get an actual feeder because I like to think about you guys, and I like to save my money too. An actual cotton feeder, they can be expensive. They can be like $300, $400, $500. They're kind of crazy, to be honest with you. So what I did is I got some of this fence roll. Now, anyone that has animals, chickens, a garden, some of them, a lot of people are gonna have this type of fencing. They're like these little, I don't know, 1x2 squares, and I've read that that's probably the best. So all I'm gonna do is take this remainder fence. I just redid my garden, so I'm gonna take this remaining fence roll. I'm gonna make a circle about yay big, anyway, about this big. I'm gonna take my T-posts, I'm gonna make a half circle with it, stick the cotton feed in there. So the theory is the cotton seed falls down in here, and the deer come up and they just eat out of these little cuts right here. Makes sense to me. We'll see if it works. In relation to the feeder, I'm gonna put it, so the feeder's right there, I'm gonna put it right here, and the reason is my camera has a straight shot at both of those, so I can tell if the feeder is being used more or if the cotton feeder is being used more. Now we're gonna install this, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start hammering these pigs, because guys, oh my gosh, yes, inundated with Hogzilla. So I need him out of here. I need him to go. I need those turkeys to stay. I need the deer to stay. So we're gonna go full throttle now, because we're approaching deer season fast. We're actually in the middle of archery season right now, but the average daily temperature is like 100 degrees still. It's been insane. So let's get this thing set up and see how it does. She set a tripwire up for me, look. That girl's out cold, and I almost woke her up right there. If you're a dad, you know that was about to be bad, boy. Let me grab the sledgehammer and stuff. Give me 1 second. I think we did it. Okay, so some tools for today, super easy. I start all my T-posts off with a handheld sledge to just get them started. Peter, that might look familiar to you. And then, of course, as always, I have my roll of baling wire. I'm telling you, if you need wire, just get baling wire, because it's needed, and a pair of side cutters. So super simple. Oh. And the sledgehammer. So let's get these things started. That's the only tools you need. It's super simple, guys. You don't need to overthink it. All you're doing is just, you're throwing the cotton on the ground. The feeder part of it is simply so that the corn, I'm sure you're saying corn. It's simply so that the cotton seed stays in one central location, as opposed to being spread all over the place. So let's get this thing started. Again, I'm putting it right here because my camera looks right at it, and we can get pictures of it, and I can definitively see, are they going to that? Are they going to that? I don't know how pigs react to cotton seed. I've never used the cotton seed before, as y'all know. This is my first year doing it. But I'm hopeful. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna put you on a time lapse. We're gonna drive these in the ground. All right, got the pickets driven. One slight problem is now we have a guest, a visitor. Did I wake you up from your nap? Did I wake you up? Yeah, I'm sorry. Say hi. Hi. So, got those driven. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this fencing here, and I think that the best way to do it, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go around. I thought about going on the inside of the T-posts. I think I'm just gonna go around the outside. It kind of has these nods on it. I think I'm just gonna go like this. Kind of just, yeah, like that. There we go. Oh, that's mint. That's great. It's got like a half moon shape. And so then what I'm gonna do is, how I usually do this stuff is, if you look, check it out. So come a little closer. You have these two runs. You have all these, you know, these channels. You have these vertical pieces and these horizontal pieces. What I like to do is I'll cut at the end, on the inside of a vertical piece. Then you can take this leftover piece and wrap it around the piece that you want. So that was really confusing. So what we're gonna do, watch. You'll take and cut it right here. I actually have the wrong cutters for this. And then what you can do is take and, see how you can wrap that? So now that piece is all secured, and I'll show you again. Again, I'm gonna cut it against that. Leaves us with this little finger here, right? And you can take that finger and you can wrap it, and it's a cheaper way. If you don't have baling wire, you can just take and use the actual product that's already in there, and then so you can do that all the way down. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then I'm gonna tie it with baling wire. I want to be double safe because of the pig. So guess what, guys? Another time lapse. Here we go. So that actually worked fantastically, and I wanted to note that I am using the lined fence, so it has that, like, I wouldn't call it rubber. They dip it in paint before they sell it, and it like seals it. I opted to use that. I have both at my house. I opted to use this one because, one, it's protected, it's coated, so it'll last a little bit longer, but two, it eliminates the sharp edges a lot. So I didn't want to accidentally be poking deer, and the deer, like, you know, turn a blind eye to it because it was poking them. And I also, in order to aid in not messing with the deer that much, the way I twisted them, I left the barb end, the finger end, inward, so they should not get poked up too much by it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my baling wire, and I'm just going to take a couple of pieces, guys, because that actually worked really well. So I'm going to take a couple pieces of this here, and I'm just going to anchor this down. So cut 3 or 4 of these for both sides. And the reason I'm doing the baling wire is because if you look, yes, the fence is attached to itself, but it can still slide up and down, and so we just want to eliminate that. So all I'm doing is taking this wire, and just like a normal fence, I'm just going to attach it to the T-post here. And this, again, this is to stop the animals from lifting it. So just throw it in there, and if you look on the front here, I'm below one of these knobs right here. Normally I have a pair of Kleins, and I can get this thing really tight, but I don't know where those went. So we're just going to wire that down like that. And guys, like I said, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Give it a twist here, and this just gives it a couple of security points to keep this fencing from sliding off. I'm gonna do 3 on each side, just honestly, just cause. No real rhyme or reason, but pull it nice and tight, twist it, go in the next deal here. It's that simple, guys. Don't overthink it at all. If you'll look, I'm not going around both squares. I'm just going around the one. So I'm getting it in there like that, nice and tight. And then I'm sinking that one side down to the T-post. You gonna help me? All right, comes around here. And I'm gonna do the same thing, is bring this down here. You're gonna get cut, girl. And this one I'm just gonna wrap around the actual fence because I don't have enough of a leg on that second one. Guys, like I keep telling y'all, don't overthink it. Please don't overthink it. You gonna be the camera girl? Yeah. All right. Okay, so, all right, that is secured. So now what I'm gonna do, I already took and I cleared out all the brush from underneath it. So I'm gonna open up this bottom side here. I just wanna give it a little bit of gap there. And from the view, top view, that's what it looks like. From the side, that's what it looks like. I don't know, pretty excited. It looks like it's gonna hold some. So now, what I'm gonna do is pour the cottonseed in. So if you've never seen cottonseed before, it's a pretty unique looking substrate. It's really soft. I mean, it's cottonseed, so that's what it looks like, guys. It's real fuzzy, but it packs real good. So throw it in there, just like that. Let me dump the rest of this stuff in here real quick. Dump this in here. Well, let me open this bag a little bit better. And it makes a pretty decent mess at first, and they say it packs in there good. Hopefully it does. Not gonna lie, that's more on the ground than I want it to be, but hey, that's how it is. Let's add this second bag real quick. Cottonseed, it isn't cheap, so I really hope it works. It's I think it's like $20. What was it? Do you remember?
I was like $17.99 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's like $17, $18. We'll call it 20 because fuel to go drive it. Per, what is it, a 50-pound bag? So it's not the cheapest stuff, but if it works like they say it does, I mean, hey, that's great. So.
I worked so hard.
You did. I'm sorry. We can still pick it up though. We can pick some up. Look at these helpers I got. There you go. You gonna help? Oh, her little hand fits through. So now, do you have to pick up the stuff like this? Probably not, but I'm gonna help her out real quick. Okay. So what'd you say?
It packed a little bit better than I thought it would. I thought it would go all straight to the ground.
I did too, and it actually looks really good. It looks like it snowed on it. So, Abby, does that say cotton? Yeah. So, no, it did. It packed in there a lot better than both of us thought it would. And honestly, 2 bags went way farther than I thought. This thing's basically halfway full, maybe 3/4. So, we'll see. It's in line with the feeder. It's immediately adjacent to the feeder. It's in line with the camera. So, we'll see. Guys, drop in the comment section what you think works better, because I don't know. I'll tell you. Looks good. Looks real good. I'm hoping the pigs don't destroy it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to try to start putting a whammy on these pigs because, bro, they got to go. They have got to go. So, hey, if you have any questions about this build specifically or any of our other videos, make sure you drop in the comment section and ask. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. This is kind of like a mini series on the channel. We're kind of leading up to and into deer season with all these things that we're doing. So if you want to stick around and see us harvest some animals this season, would love to have you. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, check out this playlist here and we'll catch you all in the next one. Don't stop the dangle. Peace.